Hey, everyone, how is everyone doing on this Monday night? Monday, June 3rd, 2024. And beautiful day today. Except, I still have this goddamn pain in my pelvic area. And, it's just kind of making me depressed. Why? All of a sudden. I have a physical therapy tomorrow. Let's see what happens, right? And Saturday, actually, I was like really, I realized I was just depressed because of this. And then I kind of bashed out on my wife. And then, it's just that it isn't like, this thing started happening gradually, it's the same pain I had 3 weeks ago, right? Where did I go to my fucking doctor? 24th. So a week before, 10 days before that happened. So it's almost like 3 weeks now, you know? So I gotta figure this shit out, as to what it is. 'Cause that's what's actually making me more depressed than, you know, the pain itself. The pain itself is a fucking, disaster. I mean, I can still walk, but even if I stand for like 20 minutes, right? It's fucking pain is there, and it's just not it's just not a good thing, and then I realized that I realized I was just too fucking weak, and I was just too depressed, and but at least she is more optimistic. She gives me you know the shoulder that I need, right? But I guess I was more upset because I was looking at the whole picture as to what's going to happen, and then the American healthcare system is not the fucking best healthcare system in the world. It makes you just merry go round and round and round and round. And my wife was like, why don't you come here to one of the hospitals, best hospitals in Pakistan, right? But then, and I got also mad at that. I'm like, how it's impossible. But in any case, hopefully, I get through this. And it just limits your mobility, man. Limits your mobility, lifestyle. Not lifestyle, but just, the quality of life, it gets affected, you know. And when I say American healthcare system, because I know that many of you, I don't know, my listeners probably feel the same. And I really appreciate, I really appreciate that all you out there giving me good wishes and all that, right? All right, dude, you're not fucking dying or anything, all right? But I think it's the fucking joint pain. I don't know. I had to figure this out. But again, I thank you all, including my friend here in Jersey City, and my obviously, my wife. She has been there. She is there, and it's just that she's not here. Um, this is when I need her. You know? American healthcare system is something that's actually basically monopolized and run by the fucking insurance companies. That's the fucking bottom line. That's the truth. You know, it also depends on your doctor. My doctor is not that great. You know, like if I have to fucking wait like 10 more days until I get a fucking appointment with him, that's while I'm suffering through this pain. And that's what actually what was really pissing me off. And maybe I couldn't make my wife understand. She did understand that, but she was trying to calm me down, you know. And in any case, I don't want to like get into too many fucking personal details, but I'm telling you, I mean, if you don't have your health, it just not fun, you know, just not fun. And you know, many people actually get depressed because of this, and I understand why. I understand now because this is something I never happened with me, you know, before. But I just gotta be strong. I guess I just gotta be strong and figure the shit out, you know. I mean, I wish I could figure it out on my own, but I'm trying to do it, you know, going to fucking Google and doing all the research, and that actually makes me even more depressed. So it's better just distract myself and you know do the test whatever I had to do, and hopefully, you know, and therapy would help me, right? Physical therapy. Unless it's some fucking bone and joints problem, that's a whole different, you know, issue, right? I did I did actually go out yesterday. A friend of mine, you know, we went out to play golf. Oh yeah, sir, why did you play golf when you have fucking problems? Yeah, I felt it. I felt it, you know, and I couldn't even hit the fucking ball. That's how bad it was. And then just like the innate, you know, depression sort of like when I came home and just creeped in, you know, it's like 3 weeks ago when I played golf, I was like hitting at least 150, you know, and I couldn't even fucking swing the club, and that just fucking made me depressed, you know. In any case, sorry, I didn't mean to like turn my podcast into like this fucking depressing, you know, saga of my fucking, you know, pelvic pain. But I guess I had to say something, you know. And you would think that if you go to a doctor and that's he says, "Hey man," I even went to fucking emergency room, right? No, I didn't want to fucking go back to emergency room. I mean, what? Yeah, the pain is there, you know. It's just that my mobility is limited, and it's painful to just even like get up and even sit down. I can feel it, you know. But uh, it's not like I'm crippled below my fucking waist. Um, my legs are fine. All right, sir. Let's just talk about something else. We understand, you know, this is what's happening to you. I keep saying that in every one of my podcasts when we talk about, you know, like the robots and the bionics, right? Bionics. Actually, I think that was a movie I watched. Bionics. Was that a movie or a fucking what was it? Uh, Show on Netflix or what was it? You know, Amazon. One of those, right? But in any case, alien artifact, which is our body, right? Which heals itself naturally, unless it's really bruised, then you need some external stimulants, right? Or antibiotics or whatever, right? But what I'm trying to say, I guess, one thing I would say to the American healthcare system is that these doctors and these fucking insurance companies, they don't care if you have pain or not, you know? They don't, you know, because they don't want to fucking spend money on you. They don't give you the fucking attention you need, you know, unless you have some elaborate amount of fucking money and then you can go to some private hospital, right? That's the fucking truth. This is the richest country on this fucking planet. And when I went to my doctor last time, and I'm like, can you give me, because I had to do an X-ray, and then I had to get another appointment. And the next appointment, 24th, between 24th May and 11th of June. Just imagine, what kind of a fucking country is this? Like even Nigerian healthcare system would be better, right? Where you can get an appointment with your doctor sooner than that, right? It's a fucking disaster, I'm telling you. Yeah, I would say maybe I should change my doctor, but I think they're all the same. All right, in any case, so enough ranting. Getting back to the point I was trying to make, which is, the body as the alien artifact, because this is who I am. My body, is a result of millions and billions of years of evolution, right? From, something like, non-life forming molecules, right? Amino acids, which actually transformed into, you know, basically cells, and then the cells divided, and then that's how we came into being as who we are, right? And this is the fucking alien technology that we cannot mimic or copy in a fucking lab or a factory, all right? Yeah, you can produce machines from like machine parts, and maybe, the membranes. What is the thing that they actually came up with? They're coming up with. I'll come up with, I think, like the joint. I think the bones can be actually made, right, with some sort of a chemical which they use to make bones, right? Or bones, like small parts of bones, right? Which are artificial, right? Obviously. And that's what's called bionics, is that what it is? But other than that, you can't replicate this body, you know. Not replicate. Well, I'm not talking about like cloning and all that, right? Yes. But just imagine that even the color of your hair, the color of your eyes, color of whatever you are going to become is actually coded inside. It's coded inside a unicell sort of this structure called DNA. Can you believe that? That's why I call it the fucking alien technology. Right? Nobody can do this. Okay? Did the aliens actually design us? I have no fucking idea. But somehow, the way our body works is fascinating. All right. At the same time, it's very vulnerable. It's not as strong as, for example, fucking T-1000 from fucking Terminator, right? Or one of those. But in any case, I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm trying to basically just not think about, the negativity of the fucking, situation. How is your week going, huh? Did you enjoy your weekend? What did you do, huh? I'm going to just take it easy, man. But the worst thing is, if my physical therapist says, and he told me actually, hey man, don't play fucking golf. And I actually, I it's, And my friend who was out there, he actually kind of helped me. And yeah, but then that also makes me depressed because that's now it's fucking summer, and I was just kind of joking with my wife today that it's like 85 degrees, nice summer weather. Finally we got perfect weather in New York, right? And here I am in this fucking conditions. I can't play golf. When it was like 50 degrees outside, I play it without any problems. Irony of the fucking life, right? Irony of the fucking life. Ups and downs come and go, and that's part of life, man. You and I think it's also natural to be depressed, but losing our shit, that's what actually is bad. I actually am hoping that I will know what this is this week. Then I can basically, form with my physical therapist a treatment plan, right? Whatever the fuck it is, right? Hopefully not a lot of pharmaceutical. I fucking hate those pharmaceuticals, but I'll probably need to take some painkillers, whatever the fuck it is, right? And that's a whole fucking, different discussion, opioids, legal opioids in America. Remember, I think there are some parts of the country which still have the same fucking problem. Right? Let's not talk about that, sir. That's even more fucking depressing. The point I'm trying to make is that I don't want to take any fucking pharmaceuticals unless I really have to. All right. Um, let's see. So let's leave this subject at that. All right. I will update you all, four of my listeners, right? Hopefully, it's nothing serious. All right. I I'm just waiting for my wife's visas, our immigration thing and this and that, right? And I miss her. She misses me too. Fucking sucks. And that's another fucking dilemma, we have to deal with, you know, in life. As much as impatient I'm trying to be patient, you know. But all these things are part of life. All these fucking events and, whatever happens to you in your life, these are part of living a human life, you know. I'm trying to be positive. I'm trying to stay positive, without being philosophical. All right. Without being philosophical, all I'm saying is that you got to embrace life. You know, I'm not saying that you embrace life with pain and like physical pain and all that, right? But don't be depressed. You know, that's when you need the loud ones, your friends, and don't just fucking shut yourself down or like lock yourself in a room and just don't come out and I don't know. Did I actually overuse my fucking joints? Is that what it is? I have no fucking idea. All right, everyone. So, what else is going on, huh? What else is going on? It's like, did I talk about the fucking AI crazes all over the fucking planet these days, right? And, oh, I'm sorry. Hold on a second. I did actually renew my 500 channel subscription, and I was trying to watch some fucking tennis this weekend, right? But I mean, the French Open, right? So the French Open is going on, and I realized that there is the fucking U.S. Open coming up, right? I would like to get some tickets for that, but I think those tickets are extremely fucking expensive. Again, I just don't feel like doing anything. I just don't feel like doing anything. Although, why you gotta live your life, sir? That's what I felt this weekend. That's why I went out to fucking play golf. I'm like, yeah, I have this pen, but I can't just be stuck in bed, bed stricken, and then just be depressed home and just do nothing. I gotta live my fucking life, man. Unless somebody's telling me, my physical therapist is telling me, my physical therapist is telling me, hey, man, you have to be just stay in bed or whatever the fuck it is, right? Limit your mobility. But again, for me, a guy who actually loves to be outdoorsy in summer, being from mountains, just a minute, being from fucking mountains, and we love to walk and hike, and that's part of our day-to-day life, right? That was part of our day-to-day life, right? And if I can do that, it's not good, That what actually sort of like sets me back, But and then, on top of the fucking healthcare system, right? But I just gotta suck it up. I just gotta suck up the fucking pain and just deal with it for maybe, I don't know, a couple of weeks. I'm hoping maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, Again, my problem is that, I'm not patient. I gotta be fucking patient and just like stay put, sir. You gotta stay put, And why do we get these injuries in fucking way? Well, listen, we have our bodies as much as, you know, um, sophisticated the alien technology artifacts are, right? Alien technologies. They have a shelf life, you know? They have a shelf life. I'm not that young. I mean, I'm not that old. I'm not fucking 70-year old for me to say that, oh, you know what? My joints are basically just fucking falling apart. But it's probably part of, just aging. Who the fuck knows, man? So in any case, let's change the fucking gears over here. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? I am going to go hiking this weekend. I wish. Oh my freaking God, man. I don't know what the weather is. I was just going to like fucking go to like Bear Mountain, stay up there in one of the hotels, Saturday, and then, do hiking next day, do some other sightseeing, and then come back Sunday, right? That would be the fucking best. But with this condition, No, man. I got to get to a point where, I am at least quasi normal, right? All right, sir. What else is going on? I haven't looked at any fucking news about, like what's Elon Musk doing? Because I think he's on Twitter all the time, right? I mean X, which he owns, and that's like his fucking playground. Is that what it is? Like his fucking man cave, right? Electronic man cave, social. But imagine that that's the future, right? So social media turns into, and I think somehow it has turned into these like what do you call uh town halls? Is that what it is? Not town halls, sir, but for example, all these fucking podcasts, right? Like my podcast is not a main cave podcast really, because I just fucking rant and I just talk shit, right? By myself, into this camera, right? Into this computer. But like Joe Rogan and all these other people who actually have guests on and this and that, right? And that's the real man cave, they actually have like a studio set up, podcasting studio, and they talk about anything and everything, whatever their whole line of interest, right? Comedians or whatever. I mean, Joe Rogan basically has the greatest podcast on earth, and and uh, is that what's going to basically turn into like future where us humans are literally basically downloading our basically have actually, let's say 100 years from now, right? We have actually already downloaded our fucking brains. Not downloaded, or we have the capability to somehow connect our brains into some sort of a computer, right? Some sort of a computer, and then we are just lying, right? I'm not saying we are dead, but we are lying in some stasis, right? And then we don't have to do anything, right? But we are living a real fucking life in there through the computer, right? And that's where basically we feel like we are even walking, and we are experiencing everything except maybe eating and having sex. I don't fucking idea. But that's where you basically have your basically digital life. Is that what it is? I think that's the eventual form of our evolution, right? Isn't that why nobody, even the most advanced civilizations out there, they're not even fucking interested, even like exploring other fucking planets. Okay, so why would we do that? But for what? What do we need? Minerals? We need fucking, uh, these lithium and cobalt and this and all that. Is that why we had? Are we teaching other, like less advanced civilization? Why? Why? They will do it at their own. Who taught us? I think that's the mindset of much, much like advanced civilization. They probably live in some other fucking dimension, which what we call us humans call the spiritual dimension, right? And that's where just like, oh, you are in a bliss. I don't fucking idea. For some people, for some people, who actually, 'cause sometimes I feel so fucking depressed, and then I just talk to myself, and sometimes when me and my wife are arguing, we talk about, like, I say, you know what, maybe I'm just like, this is maybe I don't know. It just, it just makes you depressed and you're like, oh, maybe there is some other fucking dimension, you know? But all these fucking problems of life and, even your own, like, you know, portraying of yourself when you realize, oh, holy shit, you know what? I didn't have enough. I didn't even have breakfast and I started ranting. Right? That's a real thing, That's a real thing that we are just machines. We are just fucking machines. Whatever is happening in our chemical brain is what we portray ourselves as. That's the fucking problem, you know. If you're hungry, you haven't had fucking breakfast, right? And you have a pain in your fucking body, and then you go to rent, right? In the morning. So that's why you have to be careful. You have to be careful in what condition you are. Are you empty stomach? Are you in a good state? Are you in a good, all these things. I'm not talking about good environment and all that. Yeah, that probably makes you feel better, but it's actually everything is inside your fucking brain and brain's chemicals. All right. That's why you shouldn't be doing fucking cocaine, right? Whatever the fuck it is. Listen, I'm not judgmental. I don't give a fuck. I haven't done any of that shit. I have no desire. At some point in time, I'm gonna get rid of these fucking beers as well, right? Gradually. Uh, but so this is what I wanted to talk about. Sorry, I just, I'm distracted too much. Sorry. So if that's what these much more advanced civilizations are doing, that, they have just fucking come to a point where, they probably have some sort of human form or some sort of a biological form of life, right? But then they have actually integrated that so much into some sort of a digital life that the digital life is much better, and then nobody gives a fuck about, like, you know like, traveling to other fucking planets. What is that? What are you, like a fucking moron, right? Come here. There's a fucking whole world within our fucking brains, right? Is that what it is? Maybe that's what the advanced civilizations have explored and found out, that there's a world within, right? The tranquility and the peacefulness of within, right? Is that what they say? Isn't that what they say? Your soul's satisfaction. I don't know. I think that's what the psychedelics take you into, right? Those inner, obviously, what the psychedelics do is that the ones that don't harm your body, obviously, most of the psychedelics, they don't harm your body, right? They make you go fucking crazy for a couple of hours. Well, you're fine. But I'm not promoting them or unpromoting them, or I'm not judging them, or I'm not, again, I am what you call neutral. All right? I'm in the fucking neutral zone, sir. All right. So, if that's what these advanced civilizations have come to after doing all that shit, right? Hundreds of years of, oh, we went to this fucking nearest exoplanet, and then we have a base on the fucking moon. We don't have a problem, with the energy. We don't have a problem with minerals, right? We have a lot of fucking, energy, and we don't have a problem with poverty or hunger or disease or any of that, right? Well, I'm pretty sure they'll have something, right? It's not possible that they would be the fucking perfect utopic fucking, you know, civilization out there, right? But let's assume they do somehow, right? And then, so what do you think if they don't have to worry about, like, food or, like fucking money or any of that, right? Or reproducing, right? Whatever. Maybe they reproduce through some other means. Who the fuck knows, right? Then what do you think they would do? They would say, hold on a second. So if this fucking world, three-dimensional space and time, and we did this, we have energy and we have, spaceships, and we have fucking all kinds of medical advancements, all kinds of fucking technological computers, and digital media and social platforms and all that bullshit, right? Okay, so we have all, but what is there something else, right? So just imagine that they actually come up with some fucking psychedelic of an advanced level, right? And then integrate that with their some sort of a machine, right? I'm not talking about the blue or red pill from fucking, Matrix, And just imagine they actually, while they are connecting their brain to that fucking CPU, right? In the CPU, there's something else, right? That actually gives them the ability to expand their mind, and then they basically feel like, holy shit, so there's another world within. Means like, that's a possibility, right? Because the fucking what do you call the dark matter, dark energy is what 95% of the fucking the universe visible. Not, well, I mean visible universe that light can detect is only 5%. Where is the 95%? Maybe that's where these fucking aliens have gone, discovered, right? Are dead people? That's where they go to. Well, that's a whole different discussion. I don't want to fucking get into. All right, I don't fucking idea. Nobody knows. All right. Life after death, that's a whole fucking different discussion. All right, in any case, uh, so so if these advanced civilizations, right, if they discover that and that's what they're doing, they're basically just living a digital life and they have gone into the fucking matrix, right? And I don't think Matrix is what the movie Matrix showed. Oh, Matrix is like ones and zeros and ones and zeros and ones and zeros. I'm not sure. I don't think so. I think it's more humanistic than fucking like ones and zeros. Maybe because I'm a human, I'm biased. Is that what it is? I have no idea. But so that's like the ultimate like beings, right? In this universe on other planets who actually were 1,000 years ago where we are now. Just imagine 1,000 years ago, which is what 1,080 after Dominion, right? After Christ, which is the year 1,000, right? Just imagine they had the fucking internet and the social media, their form of X and Facebook and YouTube 1,000 years ago. What do you think they're doing now? If they were where we are now 1,000 years ago, where they are now, well, that's the fucking mystery, right? I just gave you a scenario. Maybe that's what they are. Maybe they don't want to fucking bother, right? Maybe they don't want to fucking bother. Yeah, we did that. We tried that. But, we just want to explore other realms and dimensions. So if those realms and dimensions, just imagine, are in that dark, what do you call the dark matter, dark energy, and which is not visible to the light, right? And if once you get in there, just imagine that you can actually travel to any part of the fucking, let's say, Milky Way, our galaxy, right? And then you're like, holy shit. So now actually I can just go to any fucking planet I want, right? Didn't I say this before, but in some other version, right? But uh I'm talking about if that's the ultimate, then what we are doing now is futile. Is that what it is? Was not a fiasco. Well, it may turn into a fucking fiasco with this fucking AI and all that. But I think even if it becomes a fucking fiasco with the AI and then the fucking robots are trying to take over, but then I think on the other hand, we will come up with some other fucking technology to defend ourselves, right? I think so. But in any case, so let's say that we went through we have to go through those fucking iterations and this and that, right? And eventually, if that's what we're going to, that's what we are going to become, then what's the fucking point of even trying? I'm not trying to find a fucking shortcut into the future, all right? But who the fuck knows? Maybe that is our own, legacy in the future, right? Now, what is that fucking movie? Uh, Interstellar, right? Where what's his name? Matthew McConaughey, right? He's the fucking pilot of that fucking ship. And then he sees these fucking beings. No, I don't think he sees the fucking beings, but I think he's saying that somehow he came into contact with these fucking beings. He realized that these beings from the future, which are actually our future to help us, right? In saving the planet from some fucking catastrophe. Is that what it is? It might be true. I mean, if time travel, I don't know. Time travel is a fucking tricky subject. I think time travel is I understand it's possible, through physics and mathematics. I understand that, it can be done, but I think philosophically it's weird. You know what I mean? It's weird the way we actually understand it. But if you understand it scientifically, I think it makes sense, right? Which is that if you travel with the speed of light, right, through a fucking wormhole, within seconds you are, let's say, 3 million fucking light years away, right? And that actually is what time travel is. Is that what it is? I don't fucking idea. Scientifically, right? But that subject is a little tricky. I don't know how the fuck would they do that. So if again, why would these much more advanced civilizations who are just not even bothering to do anything except living in that fucking digital world or world of other dimensions within dark matter, they found some other fucking dimensions, right? Which are basically much more, what do you call, interesting than this painful life, like my pain, right? I shouldn't say that. I should be more grateful, right? I know, right? I don't know how I would be grateful. It's fucking pain. Well, you should be grateful no matter what, sir. Oh, really? Oh, Jesus. All right. If that's the case, then the whole concept of the much more advanced civilizations from the future, they are coming back to help us. Why would they fucking do that? If they're not even bothering to do anything except like being in those fucking higher dimensions. Or maybe that's why that's how they see our catastrophes, right? Is that why, we are saved from fucking nuclear war? I don't fucking idea. Are they gonna save us if there's a chance? I have no fucking idea either. I don't know. Probably not. If there's an iteration we have to go through on this fucking planet, then there's a big one, right? Oh my fucking God. Then there's a really big one. And if they really are in other fucking dimensions, then that means that they are actually looking at us. I think that's my philosophy is that they actually are watching us. No, I don't think so. Why would they fucking want to bother with this, right? In any case, again, like when I look up the fucking stars, right? And I get depressed. I get depressed looking at the fucking stars because then I'm like, where is everyone? Are we fucking alone? Right? But that's not, yeah, maybe that is. And I'm thinking the same exact thing that I just told you, right? Oh, yeah, so if this is the fucking universe, right, there's gotta be much more advanced civilizations up there, right? Up there, down there, this way, that way, right? All fucking around. And so should we find a shortcut to that sort of life form? No, we can't. There's no such thing as a shortcut in life, sir. You have to go through all this. I'm sorry, humans. There's no shortcut. Um, just don't blow up shit. All right, that's it, and you'll be fine. You'll have some pain, just like I have some fucking pain. Hopefully, I go through this. All right, and and life is just a fucking plethora of like events and sometimes painful, sometimes joy, sorrow, and all that, right? Everything. That's what fucking life is. And then you die, you know. And the worst part is you don't know what's gonna happen after you die, right? After you fucking go away, or where do you go? Heaven or hell, or somewhere in between, or nothingness? In any case, so um, I presume, I'm sorry, I'm dealing with this shit, it's just trying to distract myself as much as I can, you know. Excuse me. Even like when I sneeze, I try not because when I sneeze, I just feel the fucking pain in the bottom of my pelvic area, right? And whatever it is, sorry, I apologize again. My own fucking sorrows and pains. I shouldn't be, you know, discussing those here, right? Something more positive, sir. All right, everyone. The time is 11:04 p.m. Actually, my wife is traveling tomorrow, soon actually. Time there, and keep your fingers crossed. So, so she gets her interview scheduled soon, and she's here. She's home. This is her home. And I'm going to make, plans, of my travel plans, accordingly. I don't know. Now, if our interview doesn't get scheduled, I might, we're trying other things. We're trying other things. Let's see. I mean, I don't want to get into fucking details, but I don't want to end my podcast on negative notes, all right? Because it seems like everything I look at is like, oh man, fucking work stress, and then, I'm not in peace because my wife is not here home, and and uh and then on top of that, this shit happens, right? And I can't live a normal life because this fucking pain is just, it's not an easy, I guess it's not, it's just becoming a hard time for me. That's when I had to be a little more strong, I think. With all your support and whatever, your well wishes, I appreciate that. Um, I'll get through this, just the fucking pain I had to deal with. All right, everyone. Is there anything else I want to talk about? I uh, I think I said what I had to say. So maybe I should just, without extending my, you know, sporadic thoughts, my, random thoughts about life and what it is, what it means. And I know many of you probably have gone through or going through, hopefully not, much more issues in your life, and especially health is a fucking, basic fucking one. All right, sorry, you are repeating yourself, and which is not necessary. I know. I'm sorry. I'm just going to listen to maybe podcasts. I was actually trying to finish some work as well, and things just become different, as you grow older. Priorities change. So all of you young ones who are listening to my podcast, just remember the biggest change you're gonna feel when the change comes in your life. Okay, hopefully positive. All right. Now, if there's something bad comes into your life, then you're gonna be defensive. You're gonna be, retaliative, right? Is that what is that the term? Is that even a fucking term? But you gotta be patient. However you do it, you just gotta be patient, and you work your proper steps. That's what it is, and stay positive. All right. I'm not saying this to the whole fucking world out there, but just I'm saying that to myself more than anybody else. And I don't want to fucking talk about politics. I know this is election year this year, right, in America. I have no fucking idea who I'm going to vote for. Because this is the first time I'll be voting for in American presidential elections. All right. But let's see. Let's fucking see. I mean, that's my personal business, sort of, right? Unless I become famous and, somebody interviews me and asks me, then I'll tell them, right? Uh, After the elections, right? But is that like a wishful thinking, sir, that you want to be famous and then you want to be interviewed? You want to get interviewed? No. If fame comes with money, sure, why not? I don't know, man. Money is just something that you need. And you want to be able to make good money to live a comfortable life. Yeah, I have some government debt I have to fucking pay back, right? Because COVID wasn't easy. COVID wasn't an easy thing. And I'm not making an excuse, but maybe, when I think back those years, 2020, towards the end especially, in early 2021, maybe I should have been a little more strong. But then, that strength comes from, yeah, you can say it should come from within, but I'm not a guy who has a lot of strength from within. I'm not trying to sound like a weak person, but somehow, I don't know, maybe somehow, I realized at that point that I was not that strong, you know. But when you're living alone, and you're isolated, you have been living alone for a long time, and then you can't even see like your own like sister or your own friends, or you can't even go, socialize at a bar or something, right? And then that just, this, and then you see the whole fucking world coming to an end, right? Somehow. Right? But in any case, I don't want to talk about that. But all I'm trying to say is that looking back, I should have been a little more strong, you know. But in any case, listen, man, should have, would have, could have, but what can you do? All right? Moving forward is what you should be looking at, right? We all should be looking at. And the only thing I would say is that, there's something that you want to do in your life, then you should do it now. Means whatever it is, change of career, if you're not happy, or, if you're not happy where you live, or whatever it is. If you want to find, a relationship, good relationship, or whatever it is, this dissatisfaction, the dissatisfaction, what do you call what's the other term they use? You know, uh, I'm not talking about lack of like action. I'm not talking lack of action because that's like fucking day to day. Oh, what am I going to do this weekend? What am I going to do, after work or this and that, right? But I'm talking about, potential. Oh yeah, your potential. You should try to use your potential as much as you can because this is one thing actually creeps into us men as well as women, right? When we grow older, because we realize that we had so much potential when we were young and we fucking wasted, right? And then it creeps, it really creeps into our fucking minds, to be honest with you. Because to an extent, I feel that way that like for example, when I watch these science fiction movies and this and that, maybe I should have written something. I don't know. I have no fucking idea, dude. But again, you know, maybe this is what it was supposed to be. Maybe this is what it was supposed to meant to be, the life. But if you are in a status quo, like if you are in a status quo position, right? Status quo, right? So status quo position that you're not happy with, then everybody should have the means and the you know ability and the capability and the resources to live a decent life, to an extent, a happier life. That's all I'm saying. All right. I'm not trying to sound like a fucking saint or something. I'm not a fucking saint, but uh, I'm just saying, based on my own fucking experiences in life, uh, maybe because, I came to this country when I was 28 and I did things when kids in their age, when they are 21, that did that when I was already 28, right? So I was already behind, in a lot of things. Because you have to do things natural. It's a natural progression of life, right? And then the age is a fucking exponential progression of life, right? And so, in that sense, I think I'm also kind of lagged in my life. Biologically, I'm a certain age, but then, like the experience of life, I'm still not my biological life. So, I'm going to end my podcast. I'm gonna let you guys figure that out, whatever the fuck I said. Last statement, right? So, don't be like that. Take suggestions from your friends, talk to your friends. Some of the words you realize, oh shit, you know what? Oh, I never thought about that. Nobody told me about this. So that's very important, that's very important. And to have some good friends who are not only there to just hang out with you and, just, have some laughs, which is good, have some laughs and just fucking take it easy, right? But also, listen to them when they tell you something, you know, and that's how you learn from life. Oh yeah, we got internet now. Google, you can Google anything. But that's not how it was supposed to be. This fucking Google and internet came too fucking soon, I think. Well, I think for us it's actually better it never was when we were growing up, right? Not even a fucking phone. So I think we learned a lot of things. I think in my generation at least, we learned a lot of things by doing. And then we missed out on a lot of things that these young kids or younglings are actually learning, right? Through whatever media. But I think I don't know. I think I said I beat that topic to death last time. I think at some point in time in my previous podcast, right? This is all part of natural and somehow internet being sort of unnatural, you know, whatever, being a tool and now a dependency for us. And you guys figure it out. And again, I assume and presume you all are having a great start of the week. And I'll see you all next Monday or weekend.